To work again. I'm right, working with these people. Yeah, you guys. You gotta understand that the people. Like with my kids, when Amy left, and they expected me to follow a different pattern behavior to, stay home with the kids and raise the kids from home on welfare and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna. I learned, I followed patterns of behavior that fit within my PTSD, and I just wanted Amy out of, you just get out of here. I go, because if you let the woman back in your life, and the courts let her back in, she can come back and get in the kid's life, and I don't want her back in life. She used to masturbate in front of other people online while my daughter watched. She had masturbating videos she made for Yorgav that he had her sent to her so he could put them online, try to make money off them, that Natalie watched on her MP3 and things like that. So I didn't want Amy getting back into their lives, and I didn't want her to be an influence in it. I wanted to, start clean, and then, tell Natalie, and have because we had lots of sex talks, and I tried to explain to her, here, especially when she had the crush on Patrick. I was like, you got to wait till you're of legal age to protect him, because if you don't do that, you're not loving him, you're manipulating him. So if you're of legal age and then you have a sexual relationship with him, if you can wait, then you're showing him that you want to protect him and you love him. If you try to have a relationship with him, okay, where it would be illegal for him, then you're trying to manipulate him, and you're being like your mom and the people that manipulated your mom, the Krunzel guy, Jeffrey Hinton, L. Ron Hubbard, all the, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and then you get people, don't you feel sorry for, why should I feel sorry for Joe Biden? I have empathy that he's, got sickness that, that finally was the demise of someone as beautiful as Judah Krishnamurti. But Judah Krishnamurti wanted us to all live the ways of the Lord's Prayer and tried to get people to do that his whole life. Joe Biden's a good Catholic, and watches military units sexually groom and abuse my wife and my daughter in the Situation Room with Obama and Clinton, and doesn't get up to help me stand up for the Lord's Prayer for his own kids and grandkids. They will sell you out for sex in the Lincoln bedroom with people that you don't tell about in public, but you talk about it in private. Who had a P. Diddy freak off, right? So no, I have empathy for him being in a disgusting situation because he accepted it. I don't have any respect, and I don't feel sorry for him. Why should I feel sorry for him? I don't even feel sorry for myself. Okay, I feel sorry for myself. I just get I made my decision. I didn't know they were going to rot my tooth out with more chemical poisoning. I knew that the pesticide stuff was hard and it was going to be difficult, and I was hoping I could get through it a little bit better. But they're putting so much in, and they're not giving the weather patterns and the dust events and all that stuff. All the stuff carrying all the crap and the chemicals has been worse than ever before in the history of this in this valley. So they just got worse. So I'm like, okay. And Halliburton and Northrop Grumman have female scientists too, guys. So it's not just a dick measuring contest. I'm better than you. My brain is better than yours. And you're like, oh shit, yeah, you're just a gosh damn genius. You're fucking brilliant. You're gonna go down in history as the most kind, caring, loving, brave, intelligent, protecting person in the history of selling Zip Perolograph, or I don't know what the hell they're selling here, man. And you get these people, and it's like, you're going to be on a commercial for drugs to survive hell, and you're smiling. What? Me personally, okay, I would smile. Okay, it's because of the camera. It's Andy Warhol, brain chemical addiction disease. Way better athlete than Alex Rodriguez and Eric Jeter put together. Okay, better than Tom Brady and LeBron James put together. Oh yeah, yep. Nah, and that one where he blocked it and stuff with the guy, I'd have just come underneath and wham, just double clutch pump dunked it. I jumped 64 inches in the air one time with my adrenaline pumping. Oh gosh, no. J.R. Smith, LeBron James, they got all posterized. Okay. When what was his name? Love the kid, Corey DeClue, right? When he laughed, he fouled me, he posterized the, he came in and he got my arm in my head in his armpit, and it's hard to dunk when someone fouls you that bad. Right? It's like, son of a bitch. And I wasn't trying to posterize him, and I didn't want to hurt him. I just jumped real high because I knew it was Corey, And he can dunk. He's 6'5". He's got long arms. I'm gonna have to go up real high, and I caught him, and he fouled me. Okay, coach said foul him, and he did. And the cool thing about Corey DeClue was he laughed. He was at first he was like, "Are you okay?" And then man, how'd you make that? And it went in. I didn't go to the foul line. I landed on my feet. Okay, he landed on his feet too. I don't know how he did it. We were all running back down court. Charlie's sitting there giving us the play-by-play and telling us it was the coolest shot he ever saw. He's shaking his head, laughing, going, "I fouled the shit out you. That should have been an and one." It was like, they were like, "Didn't you see it?" It was like, all I saw was the bottom of Corey's armpit, guys. Okay, that's all I saw. I jumped in the lane, saw him coming at me, and I just stuck my arm out. And Charlie was like, "Yeah, but you set the ball on top of the back of the back of the rim." He was slamming you into the ground, and you still set the ball on top of the back of the rim. I was like, wow. Too bad Dick Cheney didn't have a cell phone to record that. Maybe Rockefeller got some way to film it. Maybe it's in the archives. Maybe. Don't know. But you have to just take Charlie's word for it. But that was... what game was that? That was the city title tournament one thing where Charlie got all mad and everything, and stuff. So not half the town, but a lot of the people saw it. There was over, that gym held about 2,000 people, so 2,000 people saw it. Son of a bitch. We were just laughing. Two teenage kids, man, just laughing, because he was Indian and I was Mexican. And you know how refs are in Wyoming with an Indian and a Mexican playing basketball, like they used to be with Inchelium and Curlew and Washington, just let them go. If it's good, hey, don't let them foul the good white boys. Hey, go, it's out of line. They could beat the shit out of me. Yeah, the damn drug dealer Mexican. Yeah, damn drug dealer Mexican. You know me, the damn drug dealer Mexican. I don't need no stinking badges. I just, all we need is Dick Cheney and George Bush and his friends to keep our children safe from drug dealer Mexicans like me, man. I'm a bandido. I don't need no stinking badge. So I think it's kind of funny, when I sit back and look at it all. How do you what if they torture me and I die? The funny thing is it's still it's happening. It happened. You get the whole thing about it? It's very funny. Got this Crunzel guy, got this stinky, fuck me in the head, my ego is out of control, stuff, and it's like, and everything they do is shit. And everything I do comes up roses. It's like the stories about the Buddha, where he comes out of his mom's side and he walks on his tiptoes and blossoms grow under his feet. And it's like, I totally get why they made up all these amazing stories about, Jesus when he was a baby, the Buddha when he was a baby. I totally get why they make up all this cartoon character stuff about how amazing we are. Because all the people that try to build up propaganda to make themselves look better than us, it's like, seriously? You hear the worst home invasion manipulating, because you read it in the Bible, like the people with King David and the people of Jesus, sending spies everywhere, trying to undermine everything, and all the horrible things that happened with King David, with all the jealous perverts of him and stuff. And so it's just So amazing how art imitates life there, isn't it? I'm just kidding around, but you know what I mean? So I'm, I'm going to go. I mean, I can still keep a good attitude. You got to keep a good attitude. Life's eternal and grace is infinite. Lord's Prayer is perfect. And there's no better way to love women and children. So if you're a man, you're just like me. If you're not a man, then you're sitting there looking at Don Juan Trump, smiling at the White House, going, "We're here and it's near to do," and then sitting there, either that or you're going, "I have to weigh my options on how to get treatment for prostate cancer." Well, first of all, help park cars, bars, doors, and love, forgive debt and trust, just freeness, And then when you're living in a better environment that's like stressful and less toxic, the body responds better. And if you do get treatment, you heal better. Oh, how very much physician of me. You wish you were as intelligent as Sun Yat-sen, don't you? But you're more like Mao Zedong and Chiang Kai-shek. And you'd rather watch people monologue on me and abuse me and then say, well, he deserves it. He doesn't care if I live or die. No, you don't care if I live or die. How can you say that? Oh, come on now. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. When do we ride for Jerusalem? The best place in the world to be tuned into, looking for love for the children, is just north of San Ysidro, New Mexico, anonymously LY on YouTube, because we all know how much Earl loves us. And we all know how perfect he is. And we all know all the assholes on TV. Forget about it. Okay, guys? I love you. I'm going to go check them out. Peace out.